AI race head to head with them, and they recognize they need NVIDIA, they need some of these microprocessors, and hopefully that's a huge point of leverage that Trump stands firm on, because there's been a ton of IP theft. We need to make sure that our companies are protected in that regard.
Anna, the Washington Post had a pretty big report today based on some intelligence sources that say that there's a U.S. analysis that details that China is exploiting the war in Iran to maximize its advantage over the United States across military, economic, diplomatic, and other fields. And that actually includes their efforts to kind of stretch their soft power, their hard power and their soft power.
An enormous amount of leverage in here. One of the things that we're not talking about is the fact that President Trump needs a favor from President Xi. That favor is to reach out to Iran, this close ally, and essentially ask them or pressure them to reopen the Strait of Hormuz and even come to a peace deal. The big question now is, what does he want in exchange for that? What does he want in exchange for that when it comes to Taiwan? What does he want in exchange for that when it comes to business deals? That is a big ask. And what is he going to use, President Xi, as leverage to get what he needs out of this when President Trump comes to him?
应当做伙伴而不是对手，相互成就，共同繁荣，走出一条新时代大国正确相处之道。 我期待着同总统先生就事关两国和世界的重大问题交换意见，共同为中美关系这艘大船
to set the course for and steer the giant ship of China-U.S. relations, so as to make 2026 a historic landmark year that opens up a new chapter in China-U.S. relations. I will pause here and hand over to you, Mr. President. Thank you.
Well, President Xi, I want to thank you very much. First of all, that was an honor like few have ever seen before. And I think I was particularly impressed by those children. They were happy. They were beautiful. The military is obvious. It couldn't be better, but those children were amazing, and they represent so much. And I know they represent so much to you. You and I have known each other now for a long time. In fact, the longest relationship of our two countries that any president and president has had. And that's, to me, an honor. We've had a fantastic relationship. We've got